Hello, everybody. This is Mark Laurrie, your Niagara Falls City School District Superintendent, recording my official last video as a superintendent, as an employee in the Niagara Falls City School District. Now, we're recording this on Thursday, June 11th, and 2 weeks from today, exactly 2 weeks from today, the 134th graduating class of Niagara Falls High School will walk the stage and will receive their well-earned, much-deserved, proud Wolverine diplomas. So we are taping this just a little bit before graduation, but I did want to come in here and deliver a closing message in the year that probably everybody won't remember this. They'll remember the 6-7 craze. But this is the time that we're doing it. And I wanted to just begin by, first of all, congratulating our graduates. This will be my 11th and, as I said, final graduation. It'll always be a special one because it's my final one, and I'm really, really proud of the Niagara Falls High School students. And you know how much, I hope you know how much passion, compassion, love, and support I have for our students. It's been 42 good years. No. It's been 42 great years, and I'm going to do something in today's video that I probably haven't done ever in a video or a speech, but I did write some words that I wanted to share, and the reason I wrote them is because during times like this you could be rambling on, and you could be in silly season, or you could forget somebody, or forget to say something, and I just don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I appropriately convey the things that are in my heart and the things that are on my mind. I will begin, however, by saying that while I'm not here, I hope that something of my presence and something of my time in the district lives on. I'm hoping that something of my presence and something of my time with the students and staff and community lives on and is remembered as being positive and helpful and productive, most importantly to a student that I came in contact with. That's my only hope, that's my only wish, that's my only desire. And I appreciate so very much that I've had this opportunity, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. This comes from my heart. It comes with a lot of emotion. It comes with a little sadness, a bit of melancholiness, but knowing that I made the right decision to move ahead and move on, after 42 years, it's time. It's really time for someone else to take my seat, and there is a great person coming into my seat, Mr. Wotton. This district is run not by the superintendent, not by the board. It's run by a real conglomerate of superintendent, board, teachers, associates, maintenance workers, secretaries, everyone that comes in contact with our students. So please indulge me, if you would, as I tell you that it is with immense pride and gratitude and appreciation that I share my final column, my final words. On June 30th, I will conclude 42 years in the Niagara Falls City School District. It has been a career that started as an associate in 1984 at Gaskill, which was then Gaskill Junior High School. I then became a teacher, first teaching at Abbott and the old Niagara Street School. I was an assistant principal, a principal. My fond memory of being the chief educational administrator of Niagara Falls High School starting in 2000 when this building opened, and then being the chief principal for 6 years. One of my favorite jobs, one of the times that I felt so much fulfillment. I also served as the deputy superintendent, and as I said, for the last 11 years as your school superintendent, which has been my honor and my pleasure, and something that I truly never thought would occur to me. See, I started my journey here as a 1980 graduate of Niagara Falls High School, the old Niagara Falls High School. I was a power cat, and at the time we had engineers from Trott, we had explorers from LaSalle, and I was a power cat from Niagara Falls High School. And I'm pleased to say that right now, and we have been for the last 25 years, 26 years, Wolverines from Niagara Falls High School. So I've had the best of both worlds. I was an old Power Cat, and now I'm a new Wolverine. Well, I'm proud to speak, and I'm so tempted to speak about all of the accomplishments I think that we've had. Things like, most recently, Say Yes Niagara Falls, which is going to provide scholarships to students, and the Great Saturday Academies, to sitting in a building today at Niagara Falls High School, and I just left Kelfis, that are all air-conditioned, something that isn't anywhere in place around the state. To having career pathways where our students are getting exposure to their futures and their jobs, to building a belief system that every student can go to college but doesn't have to go to college to be successful, to enhancing and helping the mental health supports that we all need. Mental health is an important part of this curriculum. It's an important part of everybody's life. It's an important part of what we do. I am so eager to talk about the safety measures that we have in this district. And most importantly, I'm so eager to talk about the great graduation rate that our students have. We went from a graduation rate of about 67% to a graduation rate now where we're in the high 80s, 86%. I wish I could have taken it higher. I take ownership and responsibility for that. I know in the future it will get higher, but we made some great improvements. I'd love to talk about all those things and about 30 more great things, but what I really want to talk about are the people that really make this district special. It begins with a selfless group of individuals called the Board of Education. I have been blessed to have a Board of Education that works collaboratively, that works for the betterment of students, that when it comes to getting money and resources for kids, they never say no. When it comes to my crazy ideas or thoughts, they always say, we'll give you a chance, we'll let you try it, let's see if it works, if it's going to make a student's life better or this district better. I am eternally grateful to that Board of Education and those that went before them for their trust, for their guidance, for their support, but most importantly, a group of people that doesn't receive a dime for their work, who volunteers every single week, and it is every week, even though we may not meet, and gives their time to make the school district and the city better. That's called service and dedication. See, those board members don't sit on the sidelines. They don't sit in the stands and say, they should do this. Why did they do this? How come they're not doing this? They put themselves out in front of the public and the community and say, I'll take a stand, I'll take a chance, I'll make a statement, I'll do what I think is right. And when you make those type of decisions, and when you lead that way, of course, there'll be criticism, there'll be mistakes, there'll be chances for people to say you should have done this. But that is a courageous group of people who serve on boards, especially the Niagara Falls City School District Board of Education. I'm eternally grateful to you, and to you I say thank you. We have an administrative team who I believe could and would succeed in any district. And I tell them, if you could lead in Niagara Falls, you could lead anywhere and everywhere. You're courageous. You're dedicated. You spend hours on Saturday, Sunday, in the evening answering calls, solving problems, taking care of situations, attending events, and you do it with a dedication and a selflessness that I'm proud to call you my colleague. Thank you to the administrators currently in the Niagara Falls District and to those who went before you who really set the tone and lifted you on their shoulders. I want to go next to our teaching faculty. Our teaching faculty, our teachers in the Niagara Falls School District do it better than anyone. They do it with so many challenges. We and they accept those challenges. We know that every student doesn't come from that perfect background, that perfect home. Our teachers never use that as an excuse, They never use that as a reason why our kids can't succeed. They never use that as a roadblock, and they never say, I can't, when it comes to instructing our kids. See, the pedagogy and the teaching and learning are important, but what's more important that our teachers bring is a deep sense of caring, compassion, empathy, and love and appreciation for the type of students they're working with in 2026 and in years gone by. They're simply the best. They do it despite difficult situations and circumstances sometimes, and they do it to build a whole student. I know we want great mathematicians and scientists and English majors, but they build it, they teach kids to be great individual people. I want to thank our teachers who have done it unselfishly, unceremoniously in most cases, but do it unwaveringly and do it every day. To you, the teaching faculty of Niagara Falls, I say thank you. A school does not exist with administrators and teachers alone. A school begins with a custodian, a secretary, a cook, a nurse, a groundsman, a carpenter, a person who takes care of all of the other needs of a building. And again, I could name every category, I could name every support clerk, I could name every title. Those are the backbone of this school district. They open buildings, they clean buildings, they prepare food, they answer the phone, they distribute bandages, they take care of accounting, they fix things. They are the backbone of our school district, and it couldn't run without a staff of dedicated workers beyond the classroom, associates who take care of our littlest babies, our Head Start children, those that are still being potty trained, those that are still needing to be cleaned up after. Thank you all for what you do, what you're going to do, and what you did for me. I am eternally grateful to you. There's no job more difficult, in my opinion, this day, 2026, June 11th, than being a parent. Being a parent has no roadmap. Being a parent has no script. Being a parent has no time for trial and error. These are your most prized possessions, your children. Parents, thank you very much for trusting us, the Niagara Falls City School District, to take care of, to care for, and to teach your most precious cargo, your children. The only thing I could tell you, parents, and the strongest statement and sentiment that I have is that I have 3 children. And all 3 of my children, without question, without second thought, without the fact that I work here, were destined to come to the Niagara Falls School District, and they did. My children all attended Maple Avenue School. My children all attended Gaskill, at the time middle school, and my children all graduated as Niagara Falls Wolverines. I hope you know, and I want you to know, that I would never, ever put my own children in a place that I would put your children, and do something for my children that I wouldn't do for your children. So I led with that feeling. What I'm going to do for my kids, I'm going to do for all 7,000 kids. I tried my best. Some things worked, some things didn't work, but we gave it everything we had. And I am really pleased to say, and I will stress and expect the graduates this year and the graduates past from Niagara Falls High School, like my 3 children say, we're Wolverines, we graduated from Niagara Falls High School, we are proud, we hold our heads up, and we graduated and came from a great place. Don't ever, ever look away from that. I close by thanking those students. From 1984 to 2026, 42 years of students. You are what made me come to work every day. Your challenges, your struggles, your celebrations, your wins, your losses, your fun. That's why I was here. And I was so glad and I mean this, to be just a small, small part of it. I hope I had an impact on you. People keep asking me, what are you going to do in retirement? You've been going for 42 years, going and going and going. What are you going to do? I think I could tell you I'm going to do 3 things. And I really want to be held accountable to this plan book, this roadmap of life. I want to get myself in a little bit better personal and physical and mental balance. We go pretty hard in this job. We go pretty hard with our work in the community. I want to take some time to balance out my life, both personally and professionally. I want to explore some things that I have never, ever been able to do. Not many things. Of course, I want to travel. Of course, I have 2 children getting married, and I'll be exploring in-laws now and hopefully grandchildren. But I also want to explore things like playing in a pickleball league that I hear is so much fun to do. I want to explore, because I've always been interested and have a brother who is a tennis professional and a father who loved tennis. I want to explore going to the United States Open in New York City and seeing what it's like to be at a U.S. Open and being part of that. I could never do that because if you know when the U.S. Open is, the first week of September. So I want to explore those kind of things. And most importantly, I want to be a little bit more spontaneous in my life. And what does that mean? For 42 years as an employee and for 13 years as a student. So you add 42 and 13 and you get 55 for our math students. And then you subtract that from the fact that I'm just turning 64 years old. You get about 8 or 9 years when I haven't been associated, 8 or 9 years of my whole life when I haven't been associated with this district. So I want to be a little bit more spontaneous, not worry about 7:30 to 9:30, did the buses get there? 11 to 1:30, is everything going okay in the lunchrooms? 2:30 to 3:30, is every kid getting home safely? I want to spontaneously do things at times that I never had a chance to do. So between balance, exploration, spontaneity, that's what I plan to do. I plan to be part of this community. This is a community that I love. I love Niagara Falls. I love Western New York. I love the area that we live in for all the things that you know, that I know, that are great. I plan to stay close to the area. I plan to support the area. I plan to support our students, present, future, and current. I say that to you from the bottom of my heart. I say thank you for everything that you've given me, which is much more than I could ever dream of giving you. I say you're appreciated, and I am just thankful to have the career and the life that I have because of the Niagara Falls School District. All of our students, board members, administrators, teaching faculty, non-instructional staff, parents, and students. I'll close with something that I would steal from a great poet. His name is Josh Allen. He's also a pretty good football player, too. And I love what he says. I love that he says, be good, stay good, go Wolverines, go Bills, but most importantly, go Wolverines. Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.